Okay, wait. Yes, Tayyib and Hadia. Is it now visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Both of you are here or only one?
No, ma'am, both.
Okay. Just change the username.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, see, we were discussing that bridge class was going on and we were discussing the parallelogram law. Because as I told you in Coulomb's law, we have the concept of superposition principle. There we'll be requiring this parallelogram law. So we started with the process that there are three methods we have for parallelogram law solving. Not three methods exactly, three steps are present. First step says that you have to perform the geometrical construction. Geometrical construction means you have to check where your parallelogram is lying, right? So that you can identify whether the resultant is uh, is just placed on the diagonal or not. Your resultant will always pass through the diagonal of the parallelogram. That's the first step. Second, we perform the calculation of the magnitude of the vector. That is under root a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. So here theta is the angle between both the vectors a and b that we take. Then the third step is calculation of direction. Now look, when we're talking about the direction, I told you you can take any angle as beta, but you have to mention what is the uh, vector a and vector b you have taken. The angle with which you take beta becomes your A. Like if I have 3 meter per second and I'm taking this as beta, this will become A. The opposite one, which is not adjacent to beta, will become B. So what is the significance of this is that, see, if I have two vectors like this, these are two vectors and they are inclined at this angle to each other. And suppose this is 1 Newton, this is 2 Newton. Okay, this is 1 Newton, this is 2 Newton. And if I ask you, what's the resultant? Suppose you tell me the resultant of this is 7 Newton. Suppose the resultant is 7. Now, by this much knowledge which you have told me, if I want to draw it, okay, I have drawn one vector as 1 Newton, I've drawn the second vector as 2 Newton. But when it comes to resultant, I can draw the resultant like this also. I can draw the resultant like this also. This is my vector, this is the second vector, this is their resultant. But this is humiliating the criteria of parallelogram law. This is not the
Yes.
parallelogram law, right? Parallelogram law says that if this is the parallelogram like this is your complete parallelogram like this, then the resultant will be through the diagonal only. So for that purpose, we have this beta. Like if I tell you 30 degree from 1 Newton. So now, okay, I know this is my resultant. This is 1 Newton. So 30 degree from 1 Newton. This is how the resultant will lie. So I'll get a sequence. Or suppose you tell me that this is, let's say, 80 degree from the 2 Newton one. So I have the 2 Newton one, right? Now what will I do?
Yes, ma'am.
This is the vector. 80 Newton from this. So I will know exactly the direction of the vector. That's why these directions are important to so as to draw it. You can take this angle, so this vector will become A. If you take this angle, this vector will become A. That's it. Is that clear? This much we have done though.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
We started with one question, one numerical also we have completed. Let us do one or two questions and we'll start with Cartesian form. Then your vectors part will be over.
Okay.
I'm just writing down a question. Okay. This question says if 1 Newton and 2 Newton forces are acting at an angle of 30 degrees to each other, you have to find out the resultant of these. So look, simple method of parallelogram law we have to apply because these vectors are in polar form. So this is, let's say, 1 Newton. This vector is 2 Newton. The angle subtended is 30 degrees. So what's the first step?
We'll put the formula like.
No. First step. Before even putting the formula, there's one thing that we do before putting up the formula. What are we solving? We try to figure that with the help of construction. You will see where
Yes.
your resultant is lying, right? Right now, see, it's a very simple question. You just have two forces and you know where the resultant will lie. But when you will come to electrostatics, you will see this is how a triangle will be made. And at this point, due to one charge placed here, one charge placed here, one charge placed here, you have to calculate the resultant at this point. So one force will go like this, one force will go like this, one force can go like this way. So you need to check, okay, if you're solving these two forces, where their resultant will lie, so that you can solve it with this. Got it? That's why the geometrical construction is important. So we'll construct it first. Okay, this is somewhat how our parallelogram should look like. So what we'll do, we'll join the diagonal. The resultant will represent the diagonal. So this is important when you have multiple vectors. See, I think I told you that it solves only two vectors at a time. Yeah, this is valid for two vectors only. For solving parallelogram law, we just solve two vectors with the help of parallelogram law. So for multiple vectors, we keep on reducing it. First two vectors, then two vectors, then two vectors, like this. So this is the resultant. Now we'll do what Taiba you to put the magnitude. So what's the formula of the magnitude of resultant? Just put it here in this formula. One force is 1, another force is 2.
Root. It will be a square plus b square.
A square plus b square?
Plus ab square.
No, check your notes. You must have written it. Turn the pages, look. You must have written, both of you must have written the formula. That was the first thing which we did in this bridge course part. Yes. Did you find it? Yeah, tell me the formula. For the calculation of magnitude, what is the formula that we use? Yes, Tayyib and Hadia, did you find it?
R is equal to a plus b.
No, not R is equal to A plus B. We had a formula of the magnitude. Okay, you have forgotten this. See, this one. Somebody, I think, started fine with this formula. Under root A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. This is the formula that you use. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Who said this, by the way? A plus B. Hadia, you said?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. No, A plus B is a special case when you just have two vectors exactly in the same direction, like this. We'll see this also right now. After this, we'll see this only. But the actual formula, remember this formula, with the help of this formula only your class 12th will go. Your entire electric field and your electric forces questions, your magnetism, everything will be solved through this only. So this says that a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. Now let's take a as 1 Newton, b as 2 Newton, theta is given as 30 degree. So magnitude will be 1 square plus 2 square plus 2 into 1 into 2 into cos 30. Cos 30 is root 3 by 2. So this 2 will be cancelled. So somewhat like this, I'll get the answer. This will be 1 plus this is 4, that is 5 plus 2 root 3. This much under root will be the magnitude of the result. This much of right? This you can solve later. You can put the value of root 3 also. You can check by putting 1.73. You'll get the value. Now, what was the third step? Try to recall the third step. First step was the geometrical construction. Second step was this calculation of R. What was the third step? Yes, did you get this? What is the third step? Yes, what's the third step? Hmm? Yes, someone is answering.
Ma'am, in the third steps, are we gonna find magnitude?
Magnitude we have calculated. This is the magnitude only. We calculate the direction. Direction is left. See, that beta, which I was telling you in the starting of the class, okay, that is left. If this is beta, the adjacent will become A for me, and the other one, which is opposite to it, will become B for me. And what will be the formula of tan? Tan beta is equal to B beta by A plus cos theta. Okay.
Yes,
Now
sir.
we can put the value. B is 2 and A is 1. So this is 2 sine 30 degree divided by 1 plus 2 cos 30 degree. So this will be 2 into half divided by 1 plus 2 root 3 by 2. So this 2, this 2, this 2, this 2 gets cancelled. This is equal to 1 by 1 plus root 3. That will be so beta will be tan inverse 1 by 2.73. Okay, clear how to solve the questions?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
now you write it. Some questions I will give you that you will tell me the answer by yourself. These are the three steps that you have to follow whenever you have two vectors. Just keep on texting me done once written, so I'll scroll.
Okay.
Okay, after writing down this part, first you both try this question by yourself. Then I'll discuss it. Take 5 minutes, write it, try it by yourself, okay? With the same method like this.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, class, did you draw the figure? The first step that is you have to draw the figure. So first vector, see two vectors are given. One is given as 6 Newton. Second is given as 8 Newton. And the angle between them is 90 degree. So these are the
Yes.
variables that you have, right? So first step is the construction. Now this is how our parallelogram will be constructed. And this is how the resultant will be drawn. This is the first step. Now you tell me on calculation what will be its magnitude, okay?
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, it's finished.
Yes, class. What's the answer?
Ma'am, for the magnitude, I got root 210.
Root 210. This?
No, ma'am, 210.
Acha, 210. This?
Yes, ma'am.
This is Hadia's answer.
Yes, ma'am.
Tayyiba?
Ma'am, my answer is 10.
Correct. Tayyiba's answer is right. 10. See, Hadia, this formula is, this is 8, this is 6. So 8 square plus 6 square plus 2 into 8 into 6 into cos 90 degree. Hadia, what is cos 90?
0.
0. So this whole term becomes 0. What are you left with? You are left with under root 8 square plus 6 square. 8 square is 64, 6 square is 36. So 64 plus 36, 100. That is 10 Newton. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Hadia, quickly you write this. Till the time, Tayyiba, you tell me the magnitude. Sorry, the direction. This was the second part. The direction, third part.
Okay, ma'am.
Hadia, what was the error? Why were you getting this big number?
Ma'am, actually, I calculated everything.
You calculated everything means? Oh, cos 90, you didn't take 0.
I did, but then I neglected.
Okay.
Ma'am,
Yes, say.
tan beta, for me, tan beta is 1.
Tan beta is 1. No, it won't
Yes,
come
ma'am.
1. How have you calculated? You have taken beta with which angle? With which vector? 6 or 8?
8.
8. This is your beta. Hmm?
Yes, ma'am.
So this is your A.
Yes.
This is B. That's what we've
Yes.
studied. No? The angle nearer to the beta is taken as A. In our formula. In our which formula? In our this formula. B sine theta divided by A plus B cos theta. In this, the determination of B and A are done through this only. See, I'm telling you, if you have the vectors present, you have taken beta with this. This vector will be A and this vector will be B. If you are taking this as beta, this will be A, this will be B. Answer will be accepted by both of it. You just have to tell beta is with respect to what. Like if Hadia has taken this as beta, she will answer me that tan inverse this much angle with respect to 8 Newton. Okay? So you can take
Yes, ma'am.
any of it that you need to answer properly.
Ma'am,
You need to justify your answer. Yeah.
ma'am, my answer is 0 for the direction.
Answer you're getting 0.
Yes, ma'am.
This time both of you are wrong. Just answer me one by one. We'll do this together. P is 6.
Ma'am,
Say,
I'm getting tan theta is equal to 0.75.
tell me in the fraction only. It's okay. No need to divide it properly. Just tell me in the fraction.
3/4.
Okay. Here, what should I write? Sine? Yes. Now it's right. What
90
was there?
degree.
You wrote sine theta wrong.
Yes.
Yeah, this is 90 degree
Um,
divided by. This is 8 plus 6 cos 90 degree. Now look. Yeah, say.
ma'am, first we'll write 6 over here or we'll write 8 because in the question first 6 is written, then 8 is written. So I'm considering B as
You
6,
can take any.
8.
You can take any of it. A and B is up to you when you decide beta. That's what I was saying. See, in this, it doesn't make a difference. If I write 8 square first and 6 square later, or if I write 6 square first and 8 square later, that won't affect my answer. I will still get root 110 Newton only as the answer, right? This is will be root 100, this will be 10. So in
Yes,
this
ma'am.
formula, you are free to write anything because even if you are multiplying 8 into 6 into 2, suppose this was not 90 degree, this was something, this was 30 degree. So we would need to multiply this. So 2 into 8 into 6 or 2 into 6 into 8, you are free to write. So this step doesn't constrain you. This step also doesn't constrain you because never you get the directions about the forces or any vector how to draw. So you are independent to draw here also. In the third step, problem is that with whichever you are taking beta, you are free to choose beta. You take with this vector, you take with this vector. You are free to choose that. But once beta has been decided, then you are bound to choose A and B as per beta. Whichever is the adjacent one, that will be your A in this formula. And the far away one, the one which does not has beta closely, right? The one which does not have beta closely, this will be B. So in our formula, B sine theta by A plus B cos theta. That B which we write is this one, away from the angle. If I choose this as beta, then 6 Newton would have been A for me and 8 as B. Is that clear? So here, this will be 6, sine 90 is 1 by 8, this is 0. So we can reduce this further as 3 by 4. So beta will be tan inverse 3 by 4. So our complete answer, how do you have to write the complete answer? Complete answer is written like resultant forces F net is 10 Newton with respect to 10 Newton. Beta is tan inverse 3 by 4. Now you have to mention what is this beta with. So you will tell with respect to 8 Newton. Like this is your complete answer. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, please write down this.
Yes, ma'am. Completed.
Okay, one last numerical, but before that, I want some discussion part. So first you write it.
Yes, ma'am. That.
Yeah. See, there are special cases which you should remember. These will just help ease your calculation. See, first case is if theta is 90 degree, the one which we have just seen. See, in this case, what happens when we write the resultant, a square plus b square plus 2ab with this entire cos 90 degree, this part becomes 0. So you can always write the resultant's magnitude quickly as under root a square plus b square when theta is 90 degree. Second case is when theta is 0 degree. 0 degree means, see, in this case, in the previous case, two vectors, your a and b, were like this. If this is a, this would have been b with the angle 90 degree between them. But when we say 0 degree, you will get 0 degree, or sometimes you will get the word parallel. Two vectors are parallel to each other. So this will be like, this is one vector a and this is another vector b. Or they could overlap also. This is a, this is b, like this. They can overlap also. They can make 60 degree, 0 degree angle between them also. Now look, in this case, what is cos 0 degree, Hadia?
0 degree?
Cos 0.
Ma'am, cos 0 is 0.
No. Tayyaba?
1.
1. See, cos 0 is 1. So when I write this, a square plus b square plus 2ab under root. Tayyaba, can you tell me? Just ignore the root. Can you see an identity here? Can you tell me? Is there any identity here? Forget the root. A square plus b square plus 2ab. Is it something related to any of the identities?
Yes, ma'am.
Which
It
identity?
matches to the net.
Which one? A plus b whole square. See, the identity a plus b whole square is equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. So this will be a plus b whole square under root. Root and the square will get cancelled. You will get the resultant as a plus b. Means, what does this mean? This means if two vectors are parallel or two vectors have an angle 0 degree between them, you can directly add the vectors. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Then case 3. If theta is 180 degree, or you can get the question by the term anti-parallel also. So if you have a question with theta is 180 degree. Yes, Hadia, do you remember 180 degree? cos 180 degree.
Cos 180 degree.
Cos 180 is Tayyeba
Ma'am, -1.
-1. Yes. Hadia just revised the trigonometric values. Okay, without it, it will be a little difficult for you.
Okay,
Anti-parallel,
ma'am.
one vector is like this, second vector is like this, or they are exactly opposite to each other, like this. Means angle between the vectors is 180 degree. So see, if I write here the entire equation, a square plus b square plus 2ab cos 180 degree. So as Tayyeba said, this value of cos 180 degree, this is -1, -1. So I will write, instead of this whole term, I can just write cos 180 as -1. Now look, this becomes a square plus b square minus 2ab under root. Can you identify any identity here, any one of you?
Ma'am, 2AP.
No, any identity. Can you feel here within the root? Huh?
Ma'am, 90 degree.
A minus b whole square. No. A minus b whole square identity. Look, this is a square plus b square minus 2ab. Remember, try to recall your 8th class.
Yes, ma'am.
In 8th class, you had these identities, right? I
Yes,
wrote cos here. So this will be, r will be under root a minus b whole square. So r can be written as a minus b. Means if you see two vectors are exactly in the opposite direction, just subtract them. Clear?
yes, ma'am.
Okay, just write down. Okay, that completes with a parallelogram law. So just one last question to sum it up, so that you have understood or not. I think you'll be able to answer it. I'm writing the question. Both of you try it and answer me properly, and you should give me a proper answer like this.
Okay,
This,
ma'am.
okay, what is the magnitude? What is the direction? Let me write down. Wait.
Ma'am,
Yes, Taiba.
ma'am, what is this velocity of?
Velocity of one car, 20 meter per second, is acting at a point where velocity of second car is 15 meter per second. Both the velocities are acting at the same point with 90-degree angle between them. Find the resultant's magnitude and direction. See, in this question, this is the third case when theta is 90 degree. So for the resultant's magnitude, you can directly use this. Under root a square plus b square. This will be 20 square plus 15 square, right? So it
Yes,
is
ma'am. 400 plus
225, yes. This will be root 625, that is 25 meter per second.
yes, ma'am.
Similarly, tan beta will be b by a. Let's say this is 20 meter per second. This is 15 meter per second. This is the resultant. Let's say this is beta. So this becomes a, this becomes b. Why b by a? Because sine 90 is 1 and cos 90 is 0. So that will be not present. So it will be 15 by 20. Right? That we can write it
Yes,
as
ma'am.
3 pi. Clear? Okay, just write it. Now, see, in the next class, now we'll just cover Cartesian form that is left from your vectors. Okay, then you can write it. Just text me done once done.
Yes, ma'am.